Hi everyone. In this video, I will show you how to set up SQS File Monitoring in ADOC using an incremental policy to track new files. Let us start with Amazon SQS. From the AWS console, go to SQS and create a queue. As you can see, I have already created a queue. This is my queue. Once the queue is ready, we need to create an S3 bucket. Again, from the AWS console, we need to go to buckets and create a bucket. As you can see, I have created this bucket for my configuration. Now, once the bucket and queue are set up, we need to configure the queue policy. This policy allows S3 and ADOC to interact with it. Let's go back to SQS. And under queue policies, we need to give the policy which grants permission for S3 to send messages and allows ADOC to receive it. This is the policy that I have configured. Now, we need to create S3 event notifications. Let's go to the bucket, and under the bucket within properties, we need to scroll down and create event notifications. If you see, I have created an event notification named S3 to SQS event. Let's check what is the configuration of that event. If you see, we have given permissions on all object create events and all object removal events. After this, we need to scroll down and provide the SQS queue details as destination. We can either provide the SQS queue name or enter the SQS queue ARN. On the queue page, you'll find the ARN in this section. This is the same ARN that we have provided under the bucket properties. One more thing that we need to make sure of is that the IAM role that we are using has access to the queue and the S3 bucket. This is the IAM role that I'm using, and if you see, under the policies, I have provided my S3 bucket as well as the SQS queue that we have configured. Once this is done, let's go to ADOC and create an S3 data source. I have created an S3 data source here with AWS region as AP South 1 and the authentication type as AWS IAM roles for service accounts. I have also provided the bucket name, and the file monitoring channel type is SQS. Further, I have also given the SQS queue URL, which I have taken from the AWS console. Let's test the connection. It's connected. Let's click Next. Here we have given the asset name and the path expression of my bucket. I've given the file type as CSV, which I'm using, and the delimiter as comma. Let's go ahead and submit. We can go to data sources, or we can start the crawler and go to data sources. Let's go to the data sources now. This is the data source that I have created and crawled. If you see, this crawling has brought in this asset. On this asset, now we need to create a policy to monitor the incoming files. I have already created a policy named Policy SQS Monitor. Let's go ahead and check this policy. If we click on View Policy and Edit Policy, I have configured a row count rule type with the threshold configuration of 1 and null. This means that it'll at least detect one file if it's there in the queue. Configure the alerts and notifications accordingly. We need to run this policy incrementally so that this detects any new incoming files. We have to select the incremental strategy as file and set the initial offset to the date that we want to set. Let's click on the overall summary and save this policy. To test this, let's go back to our bucket. And under the folder that we have provided in the data source configuration, let's upload a new file.